All right. Thanks for coming, bro.
It's all right.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Solo? Ngoya Solo?
Yeah.
What's your stage name?
I am solo.
I am Solo.
Yeah.
We'll just hit the intro real quick.
Yeah, man.
What's your name?
All right. First time meeting you, so I guess we'll just get straight into it, bro.
Yeah,
Where
hi.
are you from?
Originally,
Yeah.
so I grew up in New Zealand. Born and bred in New Zealand. I was born in New Plymouth. It's west coast of the North Island.
Yeah.
And grew up in Wellington.
When did you come here?
Oh, I was like 19, so it's 2007.
By yourself or?
Yeah, I came by myself. Yeah,
Just for?
I came for dancing actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're into dancing like Fatty?
Yeah. Once upon a time. Yeah.
Break dancing?
Yeah.
How'd you get into that? Just at home?
So one of my close friends in primary school, his father had been doing it since the 80s. But like my mate, he didn't really think it was that cool until like there was like a surge of like breakdancing in the like 2000 or 99.
Yeah.
And then kids in my class were like, his dad does that. And he was like, no. And yeah, just one day we went to like, we were like 11 at this time, 10. We went to his dad's like training. He did training on Saturdays with like his dad and his friends. They trained, yeah.
Full hardcore.
Yeah. And so his dad, it's crazy because his dad had been doing it since the 80s. So, and he was still doing it really hard. So yeah, I went to the training and then I
Took off from there.
Yeah.
And you came here as like to compete or?
Nah, I think it was just to make like just a life out of it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I knew a couple people here, and yeah, there's a few of us that actually came over from New Zealand around the same time. Yeah, not together, but just around the same time.
How'd you find the move?
It was strange. Yeah, because I hadn't really been out of New Zealand since I was like, I think I stayed in Tonga when I was like 3, because my dad's Tongan.
Yep.
Yeah, so my dad took me to Tonga when I was like young.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've really been out of the country. Yeah.
That's really different, eh? Tonga in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Is it proper island?
Yeah, have you been there?
No.
Yeah, don't get it. Nah, jokes.
My brother-in-law's Tongan. I grew up with Tongan. So.
Yeah, Tonga's different. I actually went there like maybe 2016.
Yeah,
for my auntie's 80th, and yeah, Tonga is different, bro.
Yeah.
It's different, yeah. But I appreciate it, but it's different.
Have you lived back in New Zealand since, or it's been Oz since?
Yeah, I go back every now and then because obviously my mum's there.
Yeah.
And then my dad's there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How long did you do dancing for? Yeah.
2007 to about, I kind of like stopped around like 20, maybe 15.
Yep.
2014, I think. 2014, I was kind of like, I'm going to just stop and just try this music thing.
Yeah. So that kicked off 2015.
Yeah.
How'd you get into music? Sorry, first, I guess we'll just introduce like a bit about yourself. So you're a producer, singer.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah.
How do you put it?
Yeah. I'm just a creative guy.
Yeah. In the music industry at the moment.
Yeah.
Big artist. So you got into music in 2015.
Yeah.
What was your entry into the industry?
Entry into music. Oh, that's a good question. I think to be honest, the one turn I remember was like I listened to J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Forest Hills Drive 2014. And I remember it just dropped, and I had a show in Melbourne, and the album just dropped, and so previously, before I heard this album, my friend showed me a video of J. Cole performing, and like he had this whole band play for him, and like it was a song that J. Cole produced, but he had a whole band and stuff performing, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I just listened to his album, it's Forest Hills, and then I listened to it once on the way to Melbourne and once on the way back, and I was just like, bro, this guy can full make his own music and rap on it.
Yeah.
All by himself. Like
that's not that common, eh?
Yeah, it's not. It's not really. Nah, not these days.
Yeah.
It's very rare. Like it's starting to become like a rare thing to do everything.
Yeah.
But like yeah, and then I was kind of thinking about, well, this guy actually he can make a whole song, rap on it, and then get a whole band to like recreate it in a live
vision.
sense. Yeah. So I was just like, that was kind of mind blowing to me. And yeah, from there I was just like, yo, I actually want to like try and make like these beats, like I want to try and make music, and try to figure it out.
That's mad.
And then I just like literally my friends had like a studio, and in one of the rooms it was empty. And then I was like, yo, can I have this room? And then I just bought a whole lot of gear. And then from there,
just self-taught.
I just stayed in there for like a year. Yeah. And I say this to a lot of people that I do interviews with. Is like, I stayed in there so much that like I wouldn't see daylight for like a week.
You're just hooked.
I'm just in there. Yeah. And so I'd come out, like I'd go from like, you know, like I'll go from like 10 or 8 at night, the sun goes down, and I'll go all the way through the night to the morning, still in my room. Then I'll pass out, wake up, and then it would be like sun setting again. So I kind of slept through the day. I've already gone through like from the night before all the way through to like midday, and then I'll go to sleep, wake up, and then I'll go outside and I've missed the day, and then go back in and repeat again.
And just like, you're just in there learning,
just learning, just figuring it out. Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah. Cause I feel like low-key, like I'm like a nerd at heart. Like I like just.
Well, I guess you're a creative, you know, going from dancing and then having that switch flick when you're listening to J. Cole and you're in the zone. Found your calling.
Yeah.
So when did you like, after staying in your room, how long did that last before you kind of thought, I'm going to take this maybe seriously and try and make something out of this?
Oh,
was like from the very beginning, I want to make a life out of this, or
I don't know. I feel like it's never really like, I want to make a life out of it. It's just like, it's just what I'm going to do. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I whatever I do, I just like go deep into whatever I'm doing. And then I go so far down the rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, well, I'm this far, so I might as well just keep going.
And you're pretty good at it.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not bad. Yeah.
So when that was producing, right? That's when you first started learning?
Yeah, it was production. Yeah.
I'll get into a bit of that later, but but now you put out your own music, like you're saying, J. Cole makes it, sings it, and all of that. When did you start doing that?
I think I kind of started messing around with it around like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like messing around because like a lot of my mates, they were rapping, and I was like, oh man. But like I kind of wasn't really into the rapping side. I think because it's like usually with a rapper, their life span is probably about 7 years.
Really?
Yeah, like there's only a few that can rap when they're 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if you sing,
when you think about it, I think that's Drake playing in the background, but
Drake's going to be able to sing. When he's 60, 80, he could probably still sing and it still would be all right, you know what I mean?
That's what makes him so good, is he can do everything.
Yeah. I think that's how I was kind of looking at it, and I was just like, oh, okay. And because I was seeing like the not the rap phase, but I was just like watching it.
This was 2017, you said?
Yeah, 2017, just that whole era.
What was popping at that time?
Like from here?
Yeah.
It would have been like Manu Crooks, Ampha.
So that was before the ONEFOUR.
Yeah, it was before that. Yeah, because we were all in the same studio. So like we there was like 20 of us in this studio of like 6 rooms.
Who's we? As in
like me, Manu Crooks, BY's is pretty popular at that time. Ampha Rose. There's another guy I produced with Will Star, another producer, Dopamine, Miracle, who's blessed now. There's a couple other guys, Ziggy.
So you're out in this environment like 24/7.
Yeah. Another guy, JD. There's a few of us. Manny. Yeah, there's so many. Matt Black. I can name heaps, but
Matt Black is in the one of Biordi? Or the different?
Nah, I think it's a different one. Yeah. Yeah.
So you started 2017 messing around with it, and your latest drop is your EP, I.
Oh yeah.
Talk us through that. Where did that come from? What influenced it?
Relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaking out with
Oh, really?
So on. Yeah.
Emotional?
Yeah. It's like a process, you know. Like I think now, because it was so long ago, which is kind of crazy, because like I was, yeah. It's kind of. I mean, they kind of, it refers to like most of my breakups. I'm not really good at relationships, I'll be honest.
Are you a lover boy? Or like, are you
Nah,
always
bruh,
seeking a
I don't know.
relationship?
I think it's just, I don't know. I sometimes, you know, it's kind of scary, like trying to really go further with someone.
Yeah.
Especially when you, like, I'm not gonna lie, like as a kid, like growing up, like my parents went together. Not saying that I'm gonna use that as an excuse, but it's just like, wow, it's kind of foreign.
No, same, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't want that for like your future.
Yeah. So like, but it's also scary at the same time when you're like trying to, like, if you want to go deep, you don't know how far that, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of a scary thing. But anyway, but yeah, I just essentially like a point in a breakup where you kind of have like all these emotions. It's like you're gonna have like there's trauma, there's like you're gonna be upset, you know. Then you kind of have you're gonna miss them. Then you're gonna have to realize like, oh, this is gonna be a process, like, and then there's that point of just like, okay, you got to let it go.
Yeah. Go through so many phases.
Yeah, and like even at that moment when that person says, okay, that's it. Those like 5 kind of moments happen at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know what to think.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an elaboration on that moment,
Yeah.
spread into like 5 songs. Like,
Wow. How long did you work on it?
bro, I've actually, it's crazy because like I've had like process, like I've had that since 2018.
Really?
Yeah,
What-
2018.
How come you waited or?
I think the idea, I had it at the time, but like I think, and that's what happens with a lot of creatives is they actually start stuff really early, but they're not able to fully translate it until like sometimes later on when they're kind of mature. And like I said, because I'm not really like a full musician or anything, or like a writer naturally. My thing is like movement. That's my natural thing. Like I could move anywhere, like, you know what I mean? But writing is such an exposing thing for me,
Yeah.
you know what
So
I mean?
you wrote everything on that.
Yeah.
Produced it, you sang it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So from 2018 till 2021, it got released. There's like many changes you're making.
Yeah.
Even after you think it's finished in 2018.
Yeah.
it's a
There's
big
many
difference.
phases. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Like
Yeah.
even like the last song, that was actually a full song. I was just like, oh nah, I need to hold the actual song off, and I'll just make it like an outro and more of a reflective moment.
Because you have like an intro and an outro.
Yeah.
What was the goal being? Because it's your first EP, right?
Yeah.
What was the goal releasing your first EP? Or was it just to put out more music?
Yeah, I think it's, I think it more so, it's more of me just being like, okay, this is my, this is who I am. This is the sound of what I'm looking at. Like, yeah, like I think it was just more to say like, and again, because you'll hear influences from that to like ONEFOUR, to Rebecca Hatch, to Nookie, to every artist I work with. But I kind of also wanted to just show like an ecosystem of like, okay, this is what this guy is thinking about. Because like when you hear like ONEFOUR, when you hear Becca Hatch, you're like, how did they think of that? But
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to show like, this is what goes on in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you can translate it in different
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. Regardless, like of, and because I don't really make music for people to like be like, yo, this is the club banger. It's not that. It's just like drive music. You know what I mean? Something to just reflect on. If you're going through it, hopefully you can relate to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that was my kind of point.
I wanted to expand on that a little bit. How you saying like you found who you are. I want to talk about your sound and like your vibe.
Yeah.
What do you want, or how do you want people to feel when they listen to it? Because, for example, you mentioned ONEFOUR. When you listen to ONEFOUR, you're like, I feel like I want to be a gangster and
Yeah,
gangbang. When I listen
yeah.
to Drake, I feel fly. When
Yeah,
I listen to like The
yeah.
Weeknd, I'm in my emotions.
Yeah.
What type of vibe or feeling do you want to?
Yeah, I think it's definitely emotion driven.
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah, it's just something to kind of just reflect on, really. Something you can just put on your car and, you know, just drive and vibe on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, yeah, there's always so many mixed, what's the word? Not like opinions, I guess. No, just mixed takes on what people think of that sort of music. Like, it's like for movies, or some people like it's for a drive, or some people feel like it's like, man, I'd love to hear it at a festival, or like,
Funny you say movies because I was listening to it last night.
yeah,
I feel like it'd be such a gun song. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know that point in the movie when like
Yeah.
shit starts to happen, they get in the car, they're going to do something.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it'd be such a gun song in
That's
the background.
that's crazy because that's kind of like one of the moments I thrive on in movies,
me
and that's
too.
kind of like
I
that
love that.
point when they're going somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. Like I
And
feel
it
like
makes
that's what
me,
I'm.
it makes me like the song even more after.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
searched it up and listened to it.
Yeah.
But one like song I can just remember. I know it's a different vibe, but you know, Never Back Down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember
yeah,
what song is, but fuck that song when he's going to fight. at
yeah,
the end.
yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, hard.
That don't kill me.
Yeah,
Stronger.
Kanye, yeah.
But that's the type of vibe I got with your songs.
Yeah,
So I feel like when I'm in the car, that's what I'm gonna bump at night time.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, that's funny that you say that because that I feel like in movies, like that when the music is kind of present, that's kind of what I'd go for,
Yeah.
like that moment.
It gives
you
me
know?
goosebumps.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. How'd you find your sound or your vibe? Is it like you said, it's just what's going on in your head, or was there a point where you're like, nah, this is me?
So I feel like I kind of draw influence from like a lot of artists that I kind of grew up listening to, or who I just really admire. But like I think it's a mix of that and traveling.
Yeah, you travel a lot.
Yeah. I actually traveled like back in 2017. Actually, I traveled. Me and a friend, I traveled to like. We stayed in France for like a while, kind of living there, and like I really thrive on like French electronic music, like Daft Punk and Kavinsky and like Gustavo Steen and Justice. Like they're like gods to me when it comes to like music. But yeah, like there was a moment where I actually stayed in France for a while, and I was just inspired by the place. But like, yeah, I feel like at that time, like I was also listening to like a lot of Bryson Tiller as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was like a mixture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mixture of like me being in France and then at the same time listening to Bryson Tiller and like Party Next Door. And like no one's doing that, you know what I mean? Like kind of the electronic, like
It's different here.
moody. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Was there a big learning you took out of making your first EP?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing maybe I took from it is probably just like, it's your art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't compromise. Just do what you feel, and that's it. Yeah.
And like just try and make what sells or
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people try to make like, oh, what's on the wave or what's on the thing. But like I feel like for me, like I always think about like, I want to make music for the future.
Yeah.
I don't want to make music for now.
Yeah. So it's not really about like the numbers or the streams
Yeah.
right now.
It's like I always think like, oh, when people look back, people are like, whoa, that guy did it.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
oh, how?
Ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. That's a good transition into something that you just did, which is a sample pack.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I think
yeah.
is way ahead of its time
Oh.
in a good way right now.
Yeah.
But like, what is the sample pack that you just did?
So it was like it's a USB, and I think with like I just wanted something that's tangible because everything's digital now. Yeah, but I just it was kind of the last. I was kind of like saying like this could be like the last tangible thing you have.
Yeah.
Because everything is going digital.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll expand on that of NFTs.
Yeah.
So what's included in it?
It was like a sample pack. It was like all original drums and sample loops that I did. There was a few beats on there. There was like a song on there, unreleased song.
Yeah.
What else was in there? There was like a timeline of how to watch the videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was because my whole thing is a narrative.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like moments. It's like if you watch it, there's actually a story. If you look deep, there's a story going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's going back to like, especially for my artistry, like that's what I want to do. I don't, because you see that with hip hop videos, it's just a moment. But like someone like, I think the only other person I know that kind of does it is The Weeknd. Where it's like a full movie the whole time. And then the story evolves. And it goes again.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I go for. I think that's more longevity. Like to me anyway. But
So that's available on your website and it's limited. I saw limited numbers.
Yeah, I think there's only like a couple left. I think maybe all of them are gone. Maybe I don't know.
So like you're saying, everything's going digital.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at it, it kind of reminded me of. Well, not reminded. I made the relationship of like NFTs right now taking off.
Yeah.
And what I really like about yours is how it's got the access to a future event.
Oh yeah.
So it's like similar to the big NFTs that are winning right now, the ones that have like that utility.
Yeah, there has to be something that comes with it. Yeah.
Or it's not just like a USB or it's not just a picture.
Yeah, there's something there.
That access.
Yeah.
So like, what was the theory behind adding that to it?
I think it was just giving, fans or whoever just something to hold on to. There's something more than just like, you want it to be more. Like I said, like with music videos and stuff, it's just a moment. Then it's, is that it?
Yeah.
That 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Like it's just like, you want to go further. You know what I mean? So I always try to tell people, go further. Don't just give them the 3 minutes. Like you want people to be in it. You don't want people to watch it. You know what I mean? Like you want people to be in the movie or in the music.
Feel like they're a part of it.
Feel like they're a part of it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's not something where they can't relate to.
Is
there any like clues to what type of access that would be? Or is it something that's in the dark that only the holders will benefit from?
Yeah.
So if you want to know, you got to buy it then.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Have you seen the Tory Lanez NFT drop?
Yeah.
Is that something you'd lean into in the future?
I've actually done an NFT before. I did one of the first ones in Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Finished now?
We sold it, yeah.
What'd you do?
We did like these planets.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we sold them for, a lot.
Good money?
This was like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Fire out.
Yeah, we were ahead of the
Ahead of the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we were kind of... But I was on 60 Minutes for it, for like NFTs and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you'll see it, there's a segment I was dancing for NFT.
Are you going to keep going in that direction?
Maybe. Like, it's quite saturated at the moment. Back then, it wasn't as saturated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, it's being ahead. But like, most people didn't know that. But I was actually one of the first guys to do like music. I think I was the first person to have a music NFT.
Fire out.
Maybe in Australia.
They're saying it's going to like take over the music industry.
It is, yeah. There's a few companies that are doing it right, and especially when it's talking about like fans investing. Like imagine like you invested in me, and then if I get bigger, you win as well. You get more. So you just want to tell people, invest in this guy, because then if we all it's almost low key like pyramid scheme kind of, but
in
like,
a way, yeah.
But it's like I think that gives people more incentive to just like
to be involved with the artist and support them. Yeah.
And you want to and it's like raising your community. Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like I don't want to back someone from America who I have no idea. It's like I want to invest in this place, like and then build my guys here.
Exactly.
That way I win.
And the community's winning as well.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm sure you've done with Tory Lanez, how I know he did the things for $1.
Yeah.
And then all his fans were reselling it and actually making money.
Yeah.
Well, he was too, so that's pretty
a good
cool.
thing, yeah.
So I want to get into producing a bit, because I don't really have an idea of what exactly a producer does. So can you take us through like...
these days they say a producer pretty much just makes a beat. But I don't know, the longer I've been doing it, it's more about putting the record together, like putting the song together, like making the song, you know what I mean? But like essentially the producer makes the beat, but But yeah. Yeah.
So let's go down from like you make a beat, someone jumps on it.
Yeah.
And then,
someone jumps on it, and then it gets handed to a person who does the mix and mastering.
Okay.
And then they're the person who kind of finishes the song. But the thing is because I'm quite like I mix, master, and produce as well. And I help write occasionally as well with some of the artists that I work with. But it's kind of rare to kind of have a person that, like me, like that just does the whole thing. Yeah.
That'd be a benefit to you, wouldn't it? Cause
you get a lot more money. Yeah. Because I'm doing 3 jobs at the same time.
They can just come to you and do the whole song.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
What have you learned, like, from the very beginning, spending those hours in the room to now?
The biggest thing is probably just don't overthink. If it sounds dope, just run with it, man.
Yeah.
Like, people overthink a lot of things, especially like on the production is like, these days it's just like the producer. The surge of producers in Australia has been huge. There's so many producers now, but like, I find when it gets to the technical stuff, a lot of people overthink it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, what the math of like how loud should it go? What frequency should I cut out? But to be honest, like, music is art. It's subjective. Like, fuck it. Like, just
it sounds good. It sounds
good. It sounds good, man. Even if it's distorting.
Yeah.
Like, even with like 1/4 songs, like spot the difference is distorting. Fuck, it sounds good. Like, it's doing the numbers, like, bro.
People fuck with it.
Yeah, bro. I think that's the biggest thing. Is just don't overthink things, man. Like, just roll with it. Like, just go. Especially in the hip hop genre, because the hip hop genre is about consistency. If the quality's there, then sick. But it's just about just go. Like, just do it. Bro. We don't have much time here.
No.
It's just put out as...
Once you realise
bro,
that, it's like...
People be putting out 1 song a year. They save their whole year to put out 1 song. Like, nah, fuck that. Just put as much out. Put a song out a day if you can.
Yeah.
Look at Russ.
Yeah.
Russ is killing it.
Don't worry about like, we've got to put it in this season or this time.
Nah, man. Just put it out.
Yeah. How much influence do you have on the track? Because like, obviously 1/4 would have their own sound when they jump on the track, but is there a lot of influence that you can...
Yeah.
So
they trust me a lot. Like,
is there a big difference between, obviously there would be between a solo produced song, but say it's the same like verses and chorus by the same artist but a different producer, would be a massive difference?
Yeah, potentially. I feel like every kind of producer has their own sort of touch or their own sort of process or method on how they do things. I guess the mad thing with like the likes of like 1/4 or like Capulet, even Big Hatch, like with me and Worcester, obviously, like, we're all Polynesian. So there's a bit of trust in the room, you know what I mean? I think sometimes that's what lacks in a room is just trust. And because it's like, you don't know me and I don't know you, but like, I guess in some sense, like...
Is it in a way like they don't want you to, like, someone else, they wouldn't want them to fuck up their song, or...
Well, I think there's a lot of pressure because it's like you don't know who I am or where I'm from, you know what I mean? At least in some sense with like 1/4, it's like I can understand where they...
Yeah.
It's crazy because I was never really into hip-hop music like that until like 1/4. I was just like, oh, I actually understand what's going on here. Because I can't really relate to Americans, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or like, kind of relate to the UK guys, but like Australia was like, when these guys, when 1/4 were rapping, I was like, it made sense to me. Like, I could understand it, But bro, I can't relate to like 50 and Jay-Z and that. Drake I can relate to because he's talking about relationship, but when it comes to the gang stuff, I don't know. Yeah. Not that I'm a gangster or anything like that, but like, it's like, oh, I've seen that before. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with them and like the other artists? Is it because you've worked with them, or is it under a management thing?
Nah. We used to be able to say management, but yeah, not anymore. But like, yeah, I've known them before we had the same manager. Yeah. Yeah. So we've known each other for like since 2018. Yeah, end of 2018. Yeah.
That's when it just started popping off, eh?
Yeah. I kind of helped with Shanks and Shiz like a little bit, and then help with the message, and then yeah.
Yeah. What's the learning from working with them?
Guidance, man. I think it's just like sometimes, not that you take charge, but it's just like it's you guide them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're younger than me, so like it's just like, look, it's okay to say this and it's okay to say that, like, or it's okay to say. I mean, not like the killing stuff, but like I think just like when they talk about killing, but like some of the stuff can get pretty thing. But like I like I said, it's like don't compromise your art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just say what you say, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like yeah. And because like I'm an artist as well, so there's that aspect as well. It's like I can help them with writing or help them with melodies. That's probably one thing I help them with, like the melodies and singing and shit.
What's it been like to see their growth?
It's mad. Like it's just
And know that you're a part of it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we changed hip hop.
Yeah.
Like we really changed hip hop here.
That's mad.
It's like
Not too many people can say that.
yeah, like I've given that was my gift to like everybody here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I was saying, producers are more the back end and they make half the song.
yeah.
So is that something you have to deal with or keep in your mind when you don't maybe get that limelight you deserve?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, it comes with it. But like, yeah, like I was saying, like, I feel like it's changing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like it is changing. But yeah, it's crazy how like yeah, producers are actually half the song.
Yeah.
I feel like in the future that's what it will be though. It'll be like
Producers will be the big
they'll be
attraction.
the other artist. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like a Metro Booming in future.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it'll be that. It'll be that. Some producers they just like being in the dark. Like you know they just like not being recognized because you know that it's not for them.
Without going into too much details, are you guys like reimbursed fairly? Like taken care of when it comes to deals or
Yeah.
So it's just like the eyes of the consumer, but you guys are taken care of like in the back end.
Yeah.
Contract deals and stuff.
That's a crazy thing because it's a funny question because there's a lot of producers that don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get done over. Like I've been done over by artists that I've worked with before. Like they haven't paid me or anything, but like you know it comes with it. But I think we're trying to change that. Actually, it's funny that you bring that up. But I think like some of us are just really trying to change that kind of course of like the producer.
Yeah.
Because the producer a lot of the times they don't get everything that they deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it kind of leads a lot of producers just to stop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's something it's really not talked about. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say not talked about, but I feel like that's something that I feel like in the future needs to be handled properly. Like, because like I said, the producer is half the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of these kids that I know too, they're just getting like for so much, like maybe 6 songs or something, where they should be getting like 6 songs. What's that? Like 12 grand at least. They're getting like 2.
Really?
Yeah, they're getting the short end of the stick.
Does it go like that? Like you're getting paid for each song you do, or is it? Because I'm not sure how even a music artist get paid, or does it continue after the song is made and like royalties?
So royalties do come. They get royalties
Even for the producer.
Yeah. But like and it depends on the conversation in the room and it's, you know, or the paperwork. But yeah, man, like I feel like sometimes there's a lot of times actually producers just like at the end of the day, like let's say I produce a song for you, you upload it, the money comes straight to you.
Yeah.
And then it's either up to you if you want to give it to me or not.
That's why you said you got to work with someone you trust as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like again, and that's going back to NFTs and stuff like that, that's changing. Mm-hmm. Like that part of it is changing because it's a code. So whoever's name is on the thing, that will just distribute straight away to you know,
centralized.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's control of that one person.
yeah. But look after your artist. I mean, look after your producer. Always look after your producer.
It's a big difference.
Big difference, and the music changes too. When you look after the people around you, music will change. But yeah,
And it's a benefit from the long run. Like, why try and make a quick extra $2,000 by, short paying someone when
yeah,
in the future, like, that person will want to work with you again.
yeah, hard.
And it gives them a good name in the industry.
Yeah,
But like you were saying before, how maybe some producers don't really like the limelight. Would you rather be well off and famous or rich and anonymous?
yeah. That's. I think rich and anonymous is definitely my style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I look a lot.
I'd rather have. I like when your name is whispered.
Like
you
the
know.
real ones know.
Yeah. It's like if your name is whispered throughout everywhere, it's just like, oh, you're solo, like, you're that solo, like, yeah. I like that, like, that's kind of, I like the mysterious vibe, bro. Like,
I feel like a lot would come with like being in the media and the limelight.
yeah, but and if you got money, bro, you're chilling,
Then,
bro. You wouldn't even care, bro. I'm gonna go to fucking south of France and fucking camp out
whatever
there.
you want.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Go to a grocery store if you want.
Yeah, and then that comes with like, even when it comes to like personal shit too, like with like say females and stuff, they'll know you for who you are, not for what you are. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Easier for your relationship.
Yeah, bro. That way I wouldn't have to fucking make an EP. No.
Talking about rich and famous and being well known, what's it like working with people like that, like ASAP Ferg, Kid LAROI?
Funny story about Kid LAROI. Kid LAROI, he used to live in my house.
Really?
Yeah, he used to sleep on my couch. Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah, we taught him like.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How long ago?
He actually speaks about it on one of his songs. Yeah, but like yeah, LAROI. Yeah, I've known LAROI since he was 12, 13.
How old is he now?
He's like 18 or something.
Fuck, he's young.
Yeah, he came to that studio I was talking about earlier. Like that, he came there. That's where he kind of like. I think he was doing music before that, but like that's where, like, he saw a lot of us, like Manu Crooks and Ampha and that. Like, really. Yeah.
What's it like then seeing him take off? Must be crazy.
I'm still kind of like shook about it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this kid was literally on my couch. I have some funny stories of that kid too. Like, he used to have like parties at my house and stuff like that. Yeah, and then he'll party with his friends. Like, we'd have parties at my house, and then like he'll be like, "Oh, uncle, can my friends stay here? We want to keep partying." Because we would go out to the fucking strip club or whatever, or go to the clubs or whatever, and then he'll be like, I'll be like, "Yeah, but if it's a mess when I get back, I'm giving you a hiding." He's like, "No, wait.
Was it a mess?
Nah. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
But he's mad. Like he would just like record and.
Has he always had it?
Yeah, he's different. He's different. Yeah, he's a different. There's just different.
Hard to explain.
His work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
Like he'll just go. He'll just be like, "Uncle, can I record?" Because we have a studio in our living room, and he'll be like, "Uncle, can I record? Can I?"
Just always on the go. Always on the go.
It's funny. He's a funny kid.
What's working out for him now, eh?
Yeah, he's killing it, man. Like, he's just, it's kind of like surreal in the space of the time that it happened too, because it was just like boom, 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 and it's gone. Yeah. But man, like, he's a good kid. He's a very, very good kid. Crazy work ethic. It's kind of like, I'm still kind of like, whoa, what the hell? This actually happened? Like, he was literally just here, like, kicking back.
Years old.
Yeah, man.
Ago.
But he's dope. LAROI's he's sick, and he's always, the last time he was here, I saw him too. He's still the same. So some people lose it. Yeah. But he's still
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, people get lost in the sauce, man. Like ASAP Ferg, another good guy. Yeah. He was sick. Like, I remember after I recorded him, we're at Marquee. He had an after party at Marquee, and then I was with a couple other boys, and he saw me, like, he saw me in the crowd, and he's like, "Yo, DJ, cut the music, cut the fucking music." Yo, he's like, shout out my guy Solo, man. Shout out, like, just
like,
what the hell? Yeah,
and then whispers.
Yeah, so I'm just like, whoa, what the hell? And I went up to him, but like, he's dope.
That's pretty. Surreal.
It was pretty crazy, like, recording him. Yeah. But it was pretty crazy that it was him. But the way he recorded is a lot like how we already do. Like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Is there a big difference in like artists from different countries, like the US?
Nah, I think the only thing is sometimes it's pressure at the start.
Yeah.
Because you're like, whoa, this is ASAP Ferg,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, or like, you know. But other than that, nah, it's pretty sweet. It's not like after a while you just kind of chill about it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What about the so they came here. What about the Australian music scene?
Yeah. What about it?
How do you think it's heading?
The trajectory of it? It's good. It's good. Yeah. A lot of people are like, nah, it's shit now or whatever. Like, you can't hate on that. You can't hate on what's happened. Like, I understand that a lot of people were doing it, but you gotta like praise that. Like, if we flip back to like what 2013, what was it? You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
even know.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, no one would have cared. Like, not no one would have cared, but it's just a different. We're at a different level now. The whole like influx of Polynesian rappers going through the door, I reckon is so healthy. Like the fact that there's a lot, it's mad. Repetitive, okay, but over time you filter. It filters. The ones that will really do it, they will really do it, and they'll be great.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't really hate on anybody. I think everybody's doing their thing, and everybody's just trying to make it. I mean, it's a lot better than doing other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the mad thing is, like, Australia is such a baby country. So in comparison to like America, this is what America was going through in the 90s. So even though we're like, what?
So we're on the right track.
We're on the right track, yeah. Like, we have yet to find the Drake and the Weeknd or the, you know, the
Chris Brown.
Chris Browns and the, you know, Quavos or Migo or like any of that on that level. But it takes time.
Yeah,
it takes
I'll come
time.
later, eh?
Yeah, it will take time. But I think this time will be remembered.
Yeah, as like this.
Like, this was
boom.
it. Yeah, the boom. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because, like, yeah, this is... Look at, like, the international reactions. They're like, whoa.
We've got a lot of like, big artists coming out, don't we?
Yeah.
Especially, and going international.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and, like, you can't really... Like I said, like, you can't really hate on anyone.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, you're getting your guap. Get it, man.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good to see everyone, like, eating and, like you said, there's worse things to be doing.
Bro.
There's this different route that
Right.
is being explored.
Yeah.
What about your thoughts on, like, without going into too much detail, like, the beef that can happen? Because, like we said,
Yeah.
we want to... they could be doing worse things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's also still a little bit of that in the industry.
Yeah.
Do you think it's good for the industry or...
Like, the weird thing about, like, fans, they love beef.
Yeah.
They love violence. They love sex. They love all the bad things. You know what I mean?
It's like anything in life. Like, what do like 9 News sell?
Yeah.
Hate. That's what
So,
they get the most numbers
yeah.
from.
I like, it's weird, but it's crazy because that's always what fuels. It's been fueling the music, to be honest. Like,
Competitive.
yeah, the competitiveness. But I think over time, everyone's just gonna be,
Yeah.
that was that time. It was like, again, like the West Coast, East Coast beef. Like, for me, I'm just, it's not my...
As a producer and someone that's not involved, you just like...
Sometimes it gets hard too. Like, I'm not going to lie, the producers get caught in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of bad for business.
Yeah.
So it's just like, damn.
Crossfire.
Like, yeah, the crossfire. And then it's like, obviously, there's a lot of money being made, but there's also a lot of money being lost.
Yeah. Even
know what I mean?
on that side and on the fan side, I feel like it robs us of some crazy things that could happen.
It does. But yeah, I again, time will blow it all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I think this will kind of happen for a bit until we get like the real big star,
Yeah.
big stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon like LAROI is good, but I think he's done it from over there. You know what I mean?
He took off over there.
Yeah. If like LAROI brings another artist from here over there, I feel that that'll be the international influx will go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when Drake brought The Weeknd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he brought Party Next Door. He's just bringing all these guys from Canada into the US market. Like if LAROI did that, like, and I don't know if LAROI is that guy to do that, but like if we had an artist that does that, that will be the Australian takeover.
Some of them are like withheld by like they can't even go overseas. Eh?
Yeah. That happens in the UK.
different
It
artists.
happens a lot. Yeah,
That sucks, but it'd be cool to when that finally happens.
yeah. I mean, we'll see. It's all in time, man.
Is there a one Australian artist that you'd love to work with in the future that you haven't already?
Man, I don't know. One that I want to work with. It's hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's all kind of
Whatever happens.
yeah. Whatever happens. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think. That's actually a really good question. I think there's so much talent. Like, to be honest, there's a lot of people I'd like to work with. Man, I'm trying to answer that question. Hey, that's actually really hard. Like hip hop or like
Anything.
anything, man. An Australian artist. Tame Impala.
I haven't heard.
You don't know Tame Impala?
Nah.
Damn. Yo, Tame Impala is crazy.
What genre? Hip hop?
It's it's not hip hop. It's like psychedelic rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Are you into that stuff?
Kevin Parker. His name's Kevin Parker. He's from Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to produce or jump
He
on
produced
the-
he's done stuff with Travis Scott.
Oh really?
I think he worked with Kanye maybe.
See, like I said, bro, the producers are not
Yeah,
in their flowers.
But he's like a similar vibe. Like he writes, produce, like does everything.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, I think he'll be sick. Or I don't know.
Are you,
Maybe John Farnham.
into like John Farnham?
Yeah, John Farnham would be. Imagine that. Like
That'd be a vibe.
John Farnham on a fucking electronic track. I don't
That'd be
know.
historic.
Yeah.
It's psychedelic. Are you into the like being spiritual and in touch with that sort of side, or is it more just the music vibe it gives you?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm not
Are you like a spiritual person?
a little bit. Yeah. Energy is important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think energy.
Currency.
Yeah. I feel like also too like what is it? Energy and I forgot what I was gonna say. But I feel like there's something after this. There's a higher power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without being too religious, like
Yeah,
that's how you
yeah.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I kind of like, yeah, obviously like with religion and stuff. Like I grew up with my mum for a bit, and then like used to go to the mosque and then
Really?
go, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. My mum, yeah, she
I'm
was Muslim.
Islamic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My like my mum's side, they're all Islam.
What nationality is your mom?
They're Tanzanian.
Sorry,
Tanzanian.
I haven't heard.
They're like East African.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my mum's East
And
African.
your dad's Tongan. You
Yeah, my
said.
dad's Tongan. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like, yeah, but they're all Muslims.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
What do you do out like away from music, or is it just music 24/7?
Nah, I like fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying you do boxing.
Yeah, again, yeah. Bit of power work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get back into sparring.
Yeah.
Sparring's mad, but because it's like that's the real if you get hit, is that
Something so tiring about it. It's just how much
The mental
thinking,
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much thinking you're doing. Like,
hard.
it's more tiring than actually throwing
Yeah,
punches.
yeah. It's crazy because I feel like I used to do it like a while ago, like back in 2012, 2013, and I kind of stopped and then got into this music thing. But like, bro, I had to like switch it up, because like when you're in the studio all the time, you gotta like
You're sitting down. in
You're
the
sitting
room,
down, yeah. So we got into that. I started getting into it like gym work like a couple of years ago,
Keeps
and
you
then
sharp.
Yeah, and then just during lockdown, I just started going like circuit training and like power work and stuff.
That's mad.
But yeah, like low key, like I love watching like boxing and like
Do you keep up with it?
a little bit, yeah.
Watch your fights the other week? Cambosis,
Cambosis, yeah.
How good was that?
Yeah,
Even like
cracker.
that side of the world for Australia, like Cambosis, Volkanovski, Whitaker, Adesanya for New Zealand. Like, Australia,
Adesanya's his dancer too.
yeah, I've seen that before. Have you ever had any run-ins with him or
No.
connections?
One of my boys actually a guy that I used to dance with back in high school is his best mate, one of his good mates.
Really?
Jesse, Fijian guy. We used to be in the same dance group back in New Zealand. Yeah.
He's done it in his walkouts. And
Yeah.
stuff, eh?
The big guy who was behind. Yeah, I know him.
Really?
He was dancing with him. There's a big tall guy that he rolls with. Yeah.
That's mad.
But Adesanya. Yeah, there's a few.
Like all
But
these-
Cambosis cracker, bro. Tyson Fury's mad.
All these people putting like Australia and New Zealand on the map.
Yeah.
And then we've got the music taking off as well. Like it's really happening here.
Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bam
The other
Tuivasa.
day.
Yeah,
How
he's
good
bad.
was that?
Yeah, cracker.
You have a relationship with him?
Yeah, he's come to the studio because he knows the boys. Yeah, he knows
Wonderful.
he knows ONEFOUR and that. Yeah,
He's from the same area, eh?
he's from Mountie. Yeah. He's mad. He's funny.
Like he's taking.
He's a
off,
character,
bro.
but he's a
I
character.
love him. He has like one cracker fight, and then it's like a 2-week bender, and then back to training for 6 weeks, and then
Bro, he's so funny. In the studio, he's hilarious.
you watch his lives on Instagram.
Oh, sometimes.
He has some crazy lives, bro. It's funny.
Yeah, he's a character.
I got a couple questions that I put out last night on Insta.
yeah.
Someone said, "What is the legacy you want to leave behind, and how do you want to be remembered?"
The legacy I want to leave behind. I think just innovative.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to be. Remember just being an innovative person and just different, trend-setting. Yeah, I think that's something I want to leave. I always think about that. Like I always think like, if I died tomorrow, like and people found my hard drives, what would they think of the music that's on my hard drive? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so I always think like just innovative and
Ahead of your time.
genre bending. Yeah.
If you had to choose to produce for one, who would you pick out of Daft Punk, the Neptunes, or Timbaland?
Produce for? Yeah, probably Daft Punk is they're gods.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah,
go-to.
they're a different level. That's a different level. Neptunes would be crazy, but like I'm not gonna lie, Neptunes they're the guys that I grew up listening to a lot. Like Pharrell is probably like, to me, like Pharrell was in high school. He was the guy that when you watch the videos, you're just like, fuck, I want to be that guy. I don't know what he does, but he just stands in the
got the
video
vibe.
and plays drums. Like it's mad. Like
Yeah.
I want to be like him.
It just has it.
Yeah. Before I was even really into music, he was the guy me and my mates were really like into what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
3 years. I think 3 years. Man, that's a good question. 3 years. I reckon like an art installment, like with the music and lights or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully overseas. Yeah. Like some art installation that I do with music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ahead of your time.
Yeah, just something, yeah. Again, 3 years is hopefully I'll be making music for what's in 10 years.
How do you like process that? Because you are ahead of your time.
Thanks.
You're doing things that like are not done here yet. So like, where do you draw that from?
I think I kind of like, I mean, there's a lot of inspiration, but I feel like it's kind of crazy because like both my parents, they're quite creative. Like, yeah, they're both artists actually. They're both artists. My dad's like gone on like to do some crazy stuff with art. Like he's really gone. My mum's, she's really, really talented as well, multi-talented, but she's kind of gone more toward activism and stuff like that. But and like working with her community, like the community back home in New Zealand, the African community. But I feel like they were big from a young age. They were very creative, like in what they did. Like it was just like nothing.
Yeah.
There was no restriction.
An apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah. I feel like even traveling as well, kind of like going overseas and really seeing what they do there. Like, yeah. But I feel like just art in general is like, because there's no boundary. Like you just push it to wherever. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
And I was lucky because I'm not musically, music is not my thing.
Like you don't just stick to writing and singing.
Yeah, or even just no one taught me music.
Yeah.
So like there was no. I feel like when someone tells you like, oh, it has to be like this or it has to be like that, they already set a ceiling.
Yeah.
So my take on music is so different because it's like, oh, why can't you do this or do that? Like
Wasn't a traditional.
it wasn't
entry.
traditional. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's a big thing too. Like I kind of just look at it like art, like just a blank canvas. Okay, I'm gonna go red, green, and do spirals and whatever.
Yeah.
See what happens.
You're a true artist, and I guess it shows in some of the stuff you've produced.
Yeah, thanks. Man.
And the last question I'm going to pin on you, which is what I pinned on Paddy, which is how he got here, which I'm very grateful for. If there's someone you'd like to see on the Notorious Experience, who would it be? And you'd have to help me get them on.
Oh yeah.
Put you on the spot here.
I don't know. I feel like I reckon Blessed. Blessed is sick. Yeah. One of my mates, Blessed.
I've seen you been posting him lately.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessed. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. He's a musician as well. Yeah. He's dope. He's very cool.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Really appreciate it.
It's all good, bro.
Look forward to everything else you do.
Yeah.
Is there something coming up that you're working on?
Yeah. I'm just working on the video. We haven't started it, but like, yeah, I'm gonna drop a song probably Jan, February.